Hey, Colin here. Today's the 30th of May 2012, and I have some good news to bring you. My trial ended on Camtasia, so there's the first 30 days of video recording done, but I was able to get myself a product key, so the video is going to continue. There was a bit of a delay when I was trying to get the product key and then make new videos and blah blah blah, but that's over now, and we're in a good place. So this is an occult floor that I did, I believe it was 2 days ago? I think so. About 2 days ago, and this was with Gruely Keen, and I think Slash was in the floor, and two of Gruely's friends, but I'm not 100% certain. But it's an occult that I want to upload, and this was actually I'm really looking forward to uploading this commentary because I've kind of missed doing the Dungeoneering Day series. The last 3 dungeons I've uploaded have all been live commentaries, and they just I like to switch it up, and I'm gonna switch it up this time. This construction room I was really happy with. There was not a tick loss in doing the puzzle. That rarely happens to me. Usually I screw up some way, but that was a really quick construction path if you watch back for a second. So just a couple updates. I'm not hexed yet. I'm still stuck. Still stuck with the blood necklace. But Gruely, the keyer in this floor, he managed to get his hex 85 mil into the skill. So it makes me feel a lot better about myself because I'm only 30 mil in, so I have a long ways to go before I'm gonna start panicking. I'd say at about 60 mil I'm gonna start worrying, but I don't think I'll get to 60 mil before I get it. Since I'm doing all my floors with Jacob, pretty much I should be okay. Here I asked MGT, even though they're still on the path, just because I know they're gonna be done soon, and even if they're not, this path needs to start being worked on. I check out the mine doors, have a 94 mining and 98 rune crafting, at which point I decide Gruely's kind of reluctant to give it to me because he's still pathing. Actually it's Oz, but yeah, we run into a monolith, so I think we do this first. But when you run into a path where you know it's going to open up, I wasn't sure if it was critical or not. I know this is critical because there's Grave Creeper in the room, so I decided to stay here, but I have that northwest, or the northeast gate there if you saw it, and it's a pretty, you can just, it's going to open up just based on the map. So I know for sure I need to move the GT there, so I buy it, I'm holding on to it. The code for holding the GT is HGT, but these were all done on Skype, and Slash finally got himself Skype, so good for you, Slash. He's just going to buy himself a headset because it's tricky to hear him. Some computers come with a built-in microphone. His does, but it's a little shitty, so hopefully he gets that figured out soon. But this was on a Skype floor, and it was pretty quick, and it was one of many. And that's been kind of the theme lately. It's when I'm dungeoneering, it's not going to be 2 floors with randoms anymore. It's going to be get a team together and do a bunch of 15 to 20 minute floors in a row. I think I recorded this one pretty late. I'm noticing that after about 1 o'clock, I'm not as good at dungeoneering. I do my best dungeoneering before dinner kind of thing, this time of day. And as you see, I was already 99 pro when I recorded this floor. So yeah, the prayer clip wasn't super old, but 2 days old, maybe 2 or 3 days. And I haven't gotten any level up since then because I've just been so busy IRL. Schools in Canada, we have well, my graduation's on the 27th of June, I believe. So I need to just finish up school and just not slack off for the last little bit, because I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but my friend Yannick, he kind of stopped dungeoneering until he's done his exams, because your degree is more important than your than dungeoneering XP, which to some of you no-lifers might sound weird, mainly Jacob, but you need to take IRL a little bit more seriously. I've noticed that the last couple tests I just haven't been doing as well as I normally do, and dungeoneering's been the main influence on that. So I'm gonna try to sneak in some AFK time and not cut back on video making, just make more not put out something if I don't think it's worth putting out. At the end of this video, I have 2 screenshots to show, which were some of my best SL floors I've ever done. My record for abandon still holds, but I absolutely shattered my occult SL time, which is awesome. The time for the SL was only 4 seconds slower than this time, which is just, I wish I recorded that floor because everything just worked out. It was this one had 2 monoliths, which was just awful. But it was one of those floors where, I don't know what the level mod actually ended up being. We'll see it at the end there. It was pretty low. But it was one of the floors where, for example, I remember really specifically that I ran into a key door at the end of a path, and it was the southeast. and then I had the northwest gated, and there was no one else free gate on me. So I just dropped, but my key had popped up. So I just dropped the group teleport at the key door that I couldn't gate, teleported back to my gate, opened it up. It was a dead end with a key for the place where I just dropped the GT, and they were both critical paths. So it just worked out absolutely perfectly. Here you see I ran into a bunch of salvials and then a dead end without a key. Just a good indication that, hey, this might not be critical. But for sure, if you run into some easy monsters that drop a ton of food, you're most likely looking at a non-critical path. Here I probably should have waited to start the monolith like a little bit. Apparently, if somebody has a hex, if both of you guys have hexes in a monolith, you can duo it. I've never seen a monolith do it before, but apparently it's possible. I can see why, like if you're tanking and the hex can hit pretty hard. I think Jacob's max with a hex is about 600 now, and I'm really looking forward to getting one because it totally changes your view on bossing, like on the bosses and the floors. For example, Runebound Behemoth and Bulwark Beast even, or there's a couple. Well, the second stage of Flesh Boiler is very, very weak to hex. Here's a good one. In the abandoned floors, the Geomancers, they're hobgoblins which are weak to range, and they're also considered mages, which makes them super weak to hex. So hex just absolutely rips on them. A really good tip for suicide keyers, if anyone's suiciding and watching this, if you can make yourself a rager and scrolls, and then sui the boss for a bit, every time you die, your summoning bar will replenish, so you can get in 3. Well, I guess that wasn't a critical path. Wow. You can get yourself 3 Rager Scrolls in every life you have in the boss room, which is really, really beneficial because, like, for example, if you're on Shadow Forger, which causes a lot of damage in Abandoned, and people are really reluctant to go in and attack it. For starters, Hex really tears because you only have to pray Mage and you can't take melee damage. Or I think pray in range would probably be better. But if you unload like 10 scrolls or more on the boss, it has practically 0 defense. Like for the Geomancer boss, if you don't have it sundered down, it can take a long time, especially with Vengeances, because it does a lot of damage and you can't do any prayers against it. So having it sundered down makes a significant difference, and it's something that I've been starting to do a lot more, and that I think most suicide keyers should. It's going to improve your times for sure. And here I was lucky, I gated Gold Crescent, opened Gold Crescent, ran to Flesh Boiler boss, and if you're doing occult floors, you want a Flesh Boiler boss. This is why people use 44. Floor 44 is the lowest possible floor that you can get the Flesh Spoiler to spawn. So if you're going to be doing a bunch of occults in a row, you want to do 44 and just continually do 44, because, well, I don't know. You want to do 44 for every floor, like 36 to 44, and I guess you can do like 47 for the last 3, because Thunder's boss isn't that bad anymore, and if you have hexes, like the Runebound Behemoth isn't that bad anymore. But I'm comparing this to like back when I used to do World 77. Like if you ran into a Thunderous boss on World 77, that floor is not going to finish. I was actually just talking to Tyler on Skype, and he sent me the most hilarious clip, or well, not even a clip, but like a screenshot. It was I can't believe this is still out there. They wanted to make an altar, so he trolled them and he sold the logs, because that's just what you do. He managed to make himself enough cash back to make another altar, which he promptly asked, what are your construction levels? So he didn't even have the construction level to make it, and then someone said, I'm 69 and I can pot to it. It's like, wow, so you're going to pot up, so you're going to plant a herb to make a pot to do a condor, or to make the altar, and that kind of stuff just has to end. I hope people smarten up and realize that times will definitely make your XP per hour better. For example, this floor here, at this rate, I can get in about 3 to 4 floors an hour, and you're going to see the XP drop from this and just how insanely great that is. Just having a drink of water. So yeah, you definitely want to like not be making altars still. Like, I know this is just common sense and all, and you guys have been watching enough videos now to know. I forget what the other 2 doors was. I think one was a pot door and one was Fernando's gate, and he's a bit of a tard, so we had to wait for him. But he eventually tallies in, and we're going to see the final time right here. So it was a 14-minute and 49-second floor for 100k XP. So you're looking at over 400 KXP per hour. Here's an abandoned SL I did, and it was 13% and like 15 minutes. And here's the Occult SL I did, 1453 with a leecher and 3 survivors, and then Troll Gazer died a couple times, but 3 survivors including the leech, 1453 Occult. Just imagine how nicely that floor went. It was fantastic. So as always, guys, thanks for watching and have a good one.